Boom shakalaka, is it the bottom in for Bitcoin, or do we have a lot further to go? Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, is the bottom for Bitcoin, or do we have a lot further to go? Before we get into it, guys, like the video, join us on Twitter with Crypto Love, and of course subscribe to the OG Bitcoin and Crypto YouTube channel, making daily videos since 2017. Now, today, fear and greed. Look at this, getting fearful once again. What's that old saying? Be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. Well, if we take a look down from last week's extreme greed, last month's regular greed, yesterday's neutral, all the way down to fear of 44 today. The overall market down 1% today. Bitcoin at 97,690, Ethereum at 2754, and XRP at 241. Now, Bitcoin has been in a sideways consolidation pattern since November-ish when it broke to these levels. There are some support levels that if Bitcoin stays at the same price, they will be hitting towards end of February, February 20th, and breakout by sometime in April. But if we overlay the bar pattern from the last time Bitcoin consolidated, now it's not identical, but it does hit some levels pretty darn close, and it also rides up these trend lines pretty nicely. And this says all the way down to roughly $72,000. And that is an interesting level that you want to keep your eyes attuned to, or your ears peeled, or whatever the heck you do, because we're going to be mentioning that later on in the episode. Plus, there's also that nice support level there where it could bounce off of, find support, turn resistance into support. Now, if we take a look, capital continues to flow out of Bitcoin and Ethereum, people capturing gains. But it's not going into altcoins at the moment. It's going into stable coins. No signs of an alt season yet. People are scared. Now, this historically would be the time when we would see an altcoin rally. As Bitcoin cools off, that's generally when altcoins have taken off historically. This time, we're not seeing that just yet. Right now, there's a lot of support for Bitcoin, Bitcoin strategic reserves. That seems to be the narrative that's shaping everything right now. And it seems like, well, if people like anything, it might be Bitcoin at the moment. And we are seeing whales buying Bitcoin like never before. I mean, take a look at this. They are just scooping up Bitcoin. Something big is coming. What will it be? We don't know. But as we do have this political Bitcoin narrative, Arthur Hayes, the former CEO of BitMEX, he urges caution. Now, he says that with political players, they don't really buy Bitcoin for financial stability or anything like that. The same strategic reserve that could buy 1 million Bitcoin this presidential cycle could sell 1 million Bitcoin next presidential cycle. So it's not exactly great in terms of that. He does say his strategy is just stacking sats, which probably should be everyone's strategy. And one careful thing, he does feel like $70,000 Bitcoin retesting this previous resistance level would it be due. So we could be heading it back to those levels. But we also might not. If you see, Chaikin money flow is breaking out of downtrend resistance right here. The last time that happened, Bitcoin coiled up. This was probably around September of 2020. And then it went for over a 7 or 8x right there. Could be at the same place this cycle. We see right now Bitcoin hash rate continuing to rise. Price follows hash rate, so it only makes sense for price to rise. We also see right here liquidity stacking up on the top side makes for a short squeeze or an upward move more likely, because if everybody's betting against the price going up, well, that's the best time for the price to go up. It may just have to wait for gold to finish its move. You can see Bitcoin is on wave 4 of its 5 waves, and historically, Bitcoin doesn't take off until gold hits that wave 5 top and then falls off. That's when Bitcoin historically has gone up. So we might just have a little while to wait while gold finishes ripping, and then it'll be time for Bitcoin, because no matter how you look at it, volatility waves are coiling up big time. This is the 90-day realized volatility for Bitcoin. There is a huge volatility compression occurring, which often precedes a major move. Now, it could be that move down to $70,000, like Arthur Hayes is saying. It could be a move up, like could be possible. Tough to tell, because it is kind of a wedge-like formation for Bitcoin at the moment. But if we zoom out a little bit, because in the short term, very hard to tell what price is going to do. But in the long term, you have to remember, infinity dollars divided by 21 million Bitcoin means that each Bitcoin is going to be worth infinity dollars, because infinity divided by anything is infinity. But if we take a look at the power law, just for 2025, looking at a $400,000 Bitcoin, this year is likely, not just possible, but likely, based on the power law. And if you can wait until 2030, I know that's 5 years from now, but if you can wait, the bull case, $1.5 million per Bitcoin. So that's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, there's a playlist right up there, crypto price predictions for 2025. Let's see if I'm right. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.